Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Mythgard in Middle-earth. I am Corey Olson, the Tolkien Professor, with you here again. And of course, as always, I am joined by my friend Grifflet. Hi, Grifflet. Good to see you. I see you've been hanging out with Kelofa here since last time, the burglar expert here down in the shadowed refuge. I hope you've not been getting too close to those mushrooms, Grifflet, because they can be pretty nasty. So, all right, last time Grifflet was distracting himself from the need to go to the mirror halls of Lumil Nar by trying to find a scroll of riddles. So we should get back to work on those things. So he's got his burglar quest, and he's got his next step in the epic. So we're gonna see if we can't do a little bit of both here. So Grifflet needs to fire as our stable master friend. Okay.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
Thank you. I appreciate the welcome there, Cormac. We're going up back to the 21st Hall. Oh, hey, look. I didn't get my Hobbit present. What do we get? Let's see. Anything good? Go up. Universal morale potions. That's kind of handy. All right. Can't deny that. All right. Very good. Thanks for that. Okay, so, yeah, that area down there. I don't think... Grifflet, did you open the goat to the Hall of Flowing Water? Can you use that goat? Didn't think so. But you could use the goat to the Great Hall of Durin. No, you can't? Didn't you use that goat? Totally thought you had used that goat. Oh, man. Oh, well. Well, I think I might have to give the burglar thing a miss. I've got to get to the mirror hall.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
I have heard that sentiment expressed elsewhere, Tough. Okay. Let's head up to... Let's see... Up to Jazargund. Yeah. Okay. All right. As Grifflet is heading up, I will talk about some general things. Thanks to everybody who joined me on Tuesday for the second episode of the Exploring the Lord of the Rings class. That was really great. It was my second ever visit to the Crick Hollow server. So that was really fun. Thanks for the warm welcome I got specifically from the Second Breakfast Kinship over there. They've been great. The other time I was at Crick Hollow was at the invitation of the Second Breakfast folks. So that was really great to connect with them again. I got to, after the session, I got to hang out with some people of the kinship, and we had a fun Q&A session following up on some of the things from that day's discussion, which was really fun. We of course went over to Frost Bluff before the end of the Yule Festival and saw the play, because of course we were talking about the Legend of Mad Baggins during the course of the discussion. So that was a fun field trip there as well. We had a great turnout this week. We had like 250 people who showed up live, and I know many other people are many times that are watching on YouTube and through the podcast stream and in other places. So I've been really glad that so many people have been enjoying that. I want to encourage, if you've not gotten involved, there's still I forgot, I don't want to go all the way here. There's still time to get involved, so I want to encourage you to think about that. I want to encourage you to do Exploring the Lord of the Rings with me. If you're behind on the reading, don't worry. We're still in Chapter 1. One more class on Chapter 1. So this coming Tuesday, I'm going to talk specifically about the conversation between Gandalf and Bilbo when Bilbo is giving up the ring, the crucial moment when Bilbo chooses actually to let the ring go, though it isn't easy, right? And that's, as I said at the end of class this past Tuesday, the scene that I think is really the heart, the most important scene in Chapter 1. So we're going to look at that whole scene, that whole exchange in detail, line by line, in Tuesday's class this coming week. So that's your reading assignment. If you haven't caught up, as you can see, you're not as far behind as you might think, only coming in week 3. All right. Browen, you have a scout to lead me to the mirror halls of Lumulnar. Okay, let's do this.
To bring life back to the gardens of Moria, the Iron Hill garrison has crafted great mirrors and placed them upon the pinnacle of Xerox Zigil.
Okay.
The light has failed, however,
The light has
and the
failed.
dwarves seek to learn why their mirrors do not reflect it as they once did.
Okay, so we're trying to get to the bottom of the mirror. Oh, I love the shadow. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we got to jump down here. I can't tell whether or not this hall is high enough that if I just jump all the way down, I will die, or whether I will only break my leg. So I was tempted to do safe fall all the way down, but that may or may not work, so I'm just going to go the old-fashioned way here. Okay. We there yet? No, still not there yet. Surely I can just jump down from here, though. Yeah. Comparatively safe fall. Excellent. Okay. All right. Here I am at the bottom of that cliff, which I hope I don't have to go up again. And here's one of the mirrors. By the way, I love the idea. If you look at the mirror, let's look at these dwarf mirrors. The mirrors are in the shape of dwarf heads, right? And it's their beards, which are luminous. And I just love that. I love the entire concept. Hey there. Oh, I'm a little bit under level, but not too bad, right? I guess that's good. Wow. Hey, Mr. Ravaging Frostwarg, your friend there died really easily. I was kind of surprised by that. I only hit you a few times. That's good. Okay. So if we turn the lever, we're going to flip that around. Let's see. Show me the beard. Oh, yeah. Got the light shining right off the beard. Can't really see its face very well here. But so, interesting to me that we're getting what really do seem to... There we go. We can see it much more clearly there. See, the sort of dwarf faces, right? With the pointy hats. By the way, I love the fact that the pointy hat... It's probably not a pointy hat. It's probably like the crown of Durin or something. But still, notice how it's in the shape of the three peaks, right? So like the three mountains of Moria are... It's the crown, right? The crown is Moria itself. That's kind of fun, right? So, but anyway, so we've got these funny dwarf faces with the luminous mirroring beards, and that's great fun. So, okay, let's see. I want to. Hang on. I got wargs of which to dispose. So let me do that. Excuse me. Yeah, appreciate it. If you could. Right, I'm just trying to. Very good. Yeah, you too. I need you to get out of my way because you might obstruct the light. I'm trying to do this mirror thing. Ooh, Frosttail, you're a named warg. Really? Wow. Okay. That was surprisingly easy. So, all right. So, this is one of those fun riddle things. Where do I want the light to go eventually? There should be another path somewhere, right? Is there another way around? Oh yeah, there it is. Right. Okay. So, and we've got these noisome webs, right? Yes. So we must now. This is a really cool thing. So this web appears to be a web of darkness. Doesn't it look like a web of darkness? It's a very Ungoliant-like web of darkness, where like an unlight is being spun, and it needs to be defeated by light. So we've got to get some light on over here. So let's go flip some levers. Where do we come in? Let's flip this lever over here. Let's see. And here's hoping I only have to do this instance once. Okay, no, that's not the one. Let's do it again. I think I want it to bounce over here. Let's try one more time. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so he bounces over there. And now I want to divert this guy. So we're taking that light and shining it in this direction. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, notice how the web of darkness just collapses in front of the light. See, it's just a fascinating concept, and that these things would be connected with the Merivale, right? With the bat creatures. Okay, and we're shining, and here's the upside down dwarf, so we got to go down the hall. All right, we can do this. All right. So I am going to attempt to answer a lore question while doing the mirrors. I might have to interrupt myself because I'm not very good at multitasking. But I want to get back. Tony, you probably think I've forgotten your lore question, but I totally haven't. The lore question you asked last time, which was about Wormtongue in Saruman, and specifically Wormtongue's... okay, so let's say the light is going down the hall. That seems to be where we want it to go. All right, let's follow the shaft of light. What is it that affects Theoden? Does Wormtongue cast a spell on him? How does this work? Or is it Saruman's power working through him in some way? Is it just his words? You know, does he just... Is it merely like a deception of Theoden, or is there something more to it than that? Oops. Hi. Yeah.
Beware, trespasser.
Whoa.
You shall not bring light to our halls.
I think I shall, actually. In fact, I'm really in the middle of doing that already. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for that. Okay. So. Let's see, where are we? We've got the light is coming in here, and it's bouncing up. It's bouncing there, and then, hang on, there, and then across to there. That looks good. And then over to there. So we need to get up here. All right. Cool. So let's go back around up that way. See where that light is headed and where we need to divert it, because that seems to be where the trend stops there. So, okay. Of these things, I think some things of the Wormtongue and Saruman options, I think there are a few things that can be kind of eliminated fairly quickly. Do I think that I don't think that he is merely persuading him. Like, if the question is, like, is this just a sort of naturalistic depression, right, that Theoden is in? There seems to be more to it than that. There seems to be power involved. The question is then, so basically, is Theoden's condition a natural condition to which he is brought by Wormtongue and Wormtongue's connivance? And of course, it's possible to sort of imagine him, poisoning him physically. But again, I don't think necessarily that that's where we sort of need to go with it. It does seem to be his words. There seems to be some power involved, but whose power is it? What I would mostly point to here is the significance of Wormtongue's name, right? So the fact that his name is Wormtongue shows that it's his words, right? It's Wormtongue's words that are having the effect. So I don't think we need to imagine him like physically poisoning, like with some kind of concoction, right? I don't think we need to see him poisoning Theoden in order to have his whatever he's accomplishing by means of words. So the question is therefore, are his words invested with power of his own, or power of vicarious power by Saruman in some way? And it seems to me that the answer to that is probably his own power. Let me explain what I mean. Again, his name. With Wormtongue, I kind of start and finish with his name, and I think that a lot of people misunderstand the significance of Wormtongue's name. Let's see, where did that thing go? It's that one up there? Okay. I think I gotta go up here. Or is it that one down there that I gotta switch? I know I have to switch this one up here somewhere. Just don't want to fall. Okay. Hang on. This one have a lever? No, this doesn't have a lever. This is like a dead-end mirror over here. Okay. Where's the lever? Oh, here it is, right above my head. Griffith can't reach that lever. Alright, that didn't look like an improvement. Let's turn the mirror to face the wall. That doesn't look like an improvement. Okay. Let's just see what we've done here. I'm pretty sure 3 turns on that mirror. What do we have here? I want it to go down the shaft, right? All right, let's go downstairs and see what this looks like now. Wormtongue's name I was talking about. So, as I said, I think a lot of people misunderstand Wormtongue's name. I know for many years, when I was reading The Lord of the Rings, I, of course, when talking and thinking about Wormtongue, was only just thinking about worms, right? This looks like an improvement, this little beam of light that we have heading downwards here. Okay. So yeah, I only thought about worms, like, you know, little squiggly worms, the kind of worms that you catch fish with, right? And indeed, Gandalf does seem to allude to those kind of worms. Oh yeah, that was good. Let's go down. Gandalf does allude to that kind of worm, right? When Gandalf says to Wormtongue, "A witless worm have you become," he seems to be talking about that kind of worm, right? Like the subterranean vermin. But that's not only is it not the only, it's not the primary meaning of the word worm. And it is certainly not the kind of worm that one associates with tongues, right? There is, of course, a different kind of worm that one does associate with tongues, and that, of course, are dragons, as you will probably remember from The Hobbit. Dragons are called worms, and they, of course, are also famous for their speech and for the effect that they have on people. Like remember the effect of dragon speech on the unwary. Okay, wait, where is the light coming down? The light's coming down over there. Okay. That seems to be the kind of thing that we're talking about right now. When you think about worm, not meaning worm, but meaning dragon, the whole name Wormtongue begins to make some sense, begins to seem to mean something. Is this right? Okay, well, now it's shining over there. Gotta go turn that one. Okay, that seems like an improvement. So yeah, now it seems to mean something, and what's more, seemed to mean something pretty close to what we see. So because he has, through his words, cast a spell of some kind, right? Has had this influence on Theoden. The words of Wormtongue have had an effect, you know, upon the unwary, and as a result, Theoden has been deceived. Theoden has been entrapped, enslaved. This is why I'm inclined not to view Wormtongue as a mere sort of passive agent of... There we go, right down the shaft. I'm tempted to try to safe fall right down that shaft, but I probably should not do that. Okay. I'm inclined not to view Wormtongue as the mere agent, like as if, he's only the carrier of the power of Saruman himself, right? That does... see, here's the noxious web, which has been now punctured by the light. Sweet. Look at that. I just love that. Look at how it writhes and twists of its own power. That's seriously creepy. And you can see the power of light to expel the darkness, and the idea of darkness being woven into a tangible net is it's a Tolkien idea. Anyway, okay. Like imagine, for instance, to kind of, transform it into more, well, like frankly, more kind of like video game-ish language. Imagine like, Saruman made a potion, right, which he gave to Wormtongue to slip to Theoden, right? That would be one way to kind of imagine the dynamics of their how Saruman's power could be utilized at Theoden's expense. That's not what we see. I don't think that's what that's not the kind of thing we're shown. Or if some like magical object were given to Wormtongue, which he then gives to... Is there light coming down here? Yeah, I think so. Okay. I don't see him just in that way channeling Saruman's power, or like delivering Saruman's power. Where do we want to shine it? Hang on. Gotta do a little extermination.
Beware, trespassers. You shall not bring light to our halls.
I like your confident prediction, but I just can't agree with it. Okay, so sorry, where is the... This is the one, right? Okay, so we need to turn it around until it's facing straight this way. Oh, no, wait, that was it. Oh, and it closes up after, if you move it away. That was the way, right? I saw it open up, and then it closes up again. That's so cool. Neat. Sorry. Okay. I'll turn it around again. What happens if it goes the other way? Is there a hole this way too? Yes, there is. What's over here? Oh, is it the way back up? Oh, because this is where it was shining originally. Oh, cool. Oh, I see. So it's shining this way to let me in. And then I say, okay. Well, that's neat. And then I've got to make it shine the other way to let me through to carry on to the big event. Okay. All right. Great. Good thing that this one beam of sunshine is not getting tired. Or that like a cloud hasn't come over the sun during this time. That also would be awkward. All right. Here we are, shining straight down. Is this an edge or a ramp? I can never tell the difference from the... That's a cliff. Okay. All right, so we got to wind our way down. Anyway, yeah. So okay, so I don't see Saruman merely afflicting Theoden from afar, because if so, Wormtongue wouldn't really be the Wormtongue, right? It's his words that have the effect on Theoden. It's his words that bring Theoden under the influence of this power. Saruman was Wormtongue's master, right? Wormtongue learned his craft from Saruman. The question, is it a spell or is it just persuasion, is a question which kind of, I think is a little bit deceptive. Is a little bit misleading, because, it's the gift of Gorthol. Yay, that's what I'm trying to come and get rid of. Okay, so where does the light come down? I'm looking for the shaft of light. It's over here. Wait, how do I get over there? Forgetting the roots here. Are those connected? No, they're not connected. Alright, so I've got to go down this way. Got to cut through the middle? Okay. Now I know these over here are connected side to side, right?
Protect me, my kindred!
Who are your kindred? Bats? You're summoning bats? To come protect you? Because it doesn't look like they're listening. I mean, I don't want to make you feel bad, but your kindred are totally ignoring you. It's kind of embarrassing when you think about it, don't you think?
Why is it that you torment us in our home?
Well, your home is an interesting question. Okay. Where does the shaft come down? Over there? Yes. Over there. Okay, so I think I have to go to that one first. Oh, okay. Let's see how quickly all of this comes back to me. How quickly I can set up the mirrors down here so that they go in the right pattern. As I think I said last time, I had to do this twice the first time. So where does it come down? Is it this one over here? No, this is just a side-to-side deflector. Where is it? Yeah, it's this one, right? Is this actually shining light? Come on, girl, pull the lever. There you go. Oh yeah, this one is actually shining light. Okay. Yeah, let's get this one shining over there. Okay, that's the way. That's the way. Okay. Okay, now we're in business. Okay. All right, so this one I need to be not shining into the wall, obviously. So, my heart in my throat there for a second. I thought I was falling through. So can I just destroy the Gift of Gorthol? I mean, it's right here. Okay. Well, that was easy. But no, I've got to destroy the boss too. Okay, fine. All right, let's see. I think I want it to go across the way. Right? Okay, so we're going boom, boom, and now we're shining over here to this one. I forget, how do we use this corner down here? What's the pattern? Okay. Yeah, Rosybug says this is where the wiki comes in. Yes, exactly. No, I figured it out the first time. Well, then it didn't work, which was really frustrating, even though I had it shining straight down into the thing. I want it to come from here eventually, right? Down right here to bounce down, so I need it to come... let's see. All right. There we go. All right. Let's just be following it here. So we're now going across, so let's trace the beam. We're going across, and we're going to send it from here. Right, this is not the one. Isn't this the one? Isn't it shining over this way? And then this to there. There isn't another shaft of light, is there? Let's see. Let's see. Is there a shaft of light coming down over here too? Vague memories of things. I don't think so. Yes, there is. Look at that. Okay, so from this corner, I want this one shining this way and up there, because I want it coming from all four directions at once. Okay. One more time. And then we've got the defiler.
Protect me, my kindred!
Okay. Anyway, to finish my worm tongue thought, his name is significant. He acts like a dragon. He has the tongue of a dragon, and so is able to bring people under his spell. Does he have magic? Is he casting a magic spell on Theoden? The thing is that that's exactly the kind of question that's so difficult to answer in Tolkien, because of course magic isn't that simple. It doesn't sort of work like that. Like, does Wormtongue have the ability to cast spells? Okay, this here, and then across to that one, and over to there, and then down. No, because I have to involve this one over here. Right? I'll sort it out. Can I get through there? I just don't want to fall. That's really the number one thing I want to avoid, is falling. Okay. Like that. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Thought I'd experiment with that since I already went that way. Wait, what? Hang on a second. I'm getting this shocking news. It's no longer required to complete the light puzzle? Are you kidding me? I can just jump down and fight the boss? You're kidding me. Absolutely? Wow. Wow. Sorry, I am stunned by this news, because that was totally not the case. I remember that not being the case when I did this. So for the one-person version is no longer required. Really? Okay. Well, okay, I'll skip that then. Okay. Save fall into my already broken ankles. Stealth. And then off we go. Oh wait, no, the wargs don't regen anyway, so it's fine. I don't need to be in stealth. Get hopping, Grifflet. We'll get back down there. I guess, okay. I'm wondering, there was a debate raging about this on the chat. Okay, that's good. Well, I that's got to be a change, because I remember trying every which way. Because remember, I mentioned when I did this with Wigand, it bugged and it didn't work, and I couldn't get through down to the bottom, and it wouldn't let me. I tried every which way I could to get down to the boss without getting the mirror, because the mirrors were oriented right, but the net still wouldn't go. So okay, so according to this, all right, I'll give that a shot. I won't bother with the lamps, because that is very time consuming, goodness knows. And there's always the chance that I'm just going to mistake where the ramps are like that and fall. So, okay, wait. Maven says, it's not fighting the boss that's not required, right? Well, okay, no, you guys are still debating this. All right, well, I'm going to head down and you guys tell me. So wait, the text is, let's see, just click the gift, I did that, and gain access to the boss. But I think I still need to do the webs in order to get access to the boss, don't I? I mean, how can I get access to the boss without getting the lights all going in the same direction? All right. Okay, all right, I'll try it. As I say, I'm skeptical. It didn't work before, but I will try. We'll see. Just try to jump. All right, can you? I'll try. Not there. Okay, I'll try. I will try. So anyway, so to return to the return to what I was saying before, the question of, like, is it just his words that are convincing him, or is it magic, is really to ask the wrong question. It's a misunderstanding of what magic is. Again, it's not about, like, you know, has Wormtongue learned that spell or something. And of course, remember, Tolkien plays on the word spell, right? Spell and story are synonyms, right? I mean, it's a spell that you cast, and enchantment that comes upon somebody when they get wrapped up in a story. I mean, in a sense, when Bilbo hears the dwarves singing their song in Bag End in chapter 1 of The Hobbit, and his imagination is seized by that, and he feels growing up in his heart, you know, the greedy love for gold, the desire of the heart of dwarves. It is perfectly accurate to say that he's under a spell, right? The words of the dwarves, the okay, that's not funny. I can't get through this now. I'm going to have to go back and jump. Good grief. I'll jump from the lowest level up here. That didn't happen before either. Because I know for a fact I ran down these stairs multiple times. Okay, and I did not have to do that, but whatever. It's fine. Here we are. So again, so spell, story, it's all the same thing. There is a much more, you know, does something happen naturally, or does it happen by magic, is a question which really rarely has the same the kind of cut and dried answer that people usually want that question to have in Tolkien's world. So I don't think there's any reason to suspect, to think, to sort of worry about whether or not you know, does Wormtongue have the power? You know, have like the magical power to do this? Like, it's not about does he, like, know the magic, you know, in order to do this. It's about, does he have the will? Because that's ultimately what magic is, right? It is words, you know, the words that you speak, and your will to dominate the will of others. And he is clearly dominating Theoden with his will. Right? Now, his will is in turn dominated by Saruman's will. You know, it does look like that thing's open. That's amazing. That's exactly what didn't happen. Look at that! You're right! Hi!
Orders were to defend this mirror with our lives.
Don't you knock me off this platform, or so help me. Wow. That would have saved me hours of my life when I was unwiggled.
The eye.
Oh, you have failed the eye? That's so sad for you. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that was it. Thank you for pointing that out, because again, that I know that didn't happen, because when I was in Wigan, I was jumping up and down on that thing trying to get it to go through, and I tried to run around this side, and they're like, if I run really fast and jump and miss the platform, can I angle down onto the bottom one? I tried everything that time that it bugged out on me because I was so frustrated. But anyway, here we go. Hey, bro, and that was easy.
It is good you destroyed the relic within Numel Nar.
I agree. Thank you. I thought that was pretty good, too. Okay, the Merivale, we should be able to keep in check. If the relic had drawn Grobalun or another Kyrog to Lumel Nar, our success might not be as sure. Okay, right. Absolutely. The Helm of Accord. That's kind of cool. Any good? It's all right. Ooh, I can get Armor of Accord? That sounds friendly, right? The helm was made by the elves of Eregion and granted to the dwarves of Khazad-dûm as a symbol of friendship. Well, that's kind of lovely. All right, bro, and what's next? Oh, yeah, we've got to do another one. Ooh, let's replay a relic in Lumel Nar.
Bossy thinks another relic may lie
Just
within
kidding.
Nala-Dûm.
Right. Okay, right. So he thinks he knows where another of Gorthal's relics may be found. The water wheels of Nala-Dûm. By all means, let's do this. Go to the Chamber of the Crossroads. Okay. All right. That's easier to get to. Okay. Good. So this is why I think the two reasons why I think it's Wormtongue's power that overcomes Theoden are, first, there's no reason not to think that, because that is the kind of power that Wormtongue would have, especially somebody named Wormtongue. But then, secondly, the evidence of his name suggests that he does, or certainly is perceived as having that
Dwarves
power.
must fight for dwarves.
And I don't see why we would need to reduce him to say, like, he must only be the, like, passive instrument of Saruman. So yeah, when Gandalf calls him a witless worm, he's making an insulting joke. He's making a pun on his name, not revealing its true meaning. All right. Hi, Bosie. You didn't have the opportunity to properly thank you for helping broker this alliance, but hey, no problem. In Mazog, we have a prisoner worthy of exchanging for those Gorthel brought to Dol Guldur, my son chief among them. I think your premise is off there, Bosie. I gotta tell you, I think you're going about this the entire wrong way, but okay. O Bori, be strong and courageous during your torment. Yes. Let's not think about that too much. Scouts report seeing a relic of unquestionable evil among the water wheels of Nala-Dûm, but we were unable to route the flow of the canals in such a way as to reach it. That sounds like it'll be fun. Determine the proper workings of the system if you are to find and destroy the relic of Gorthul's. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
Deep in the abysses of Moria, the dwarves had once crafted a great waterway to bring water in from the mountains. Something now blocks the great wheels from turning, causing the Iron Hill garrison concern.
Is it like rust, or... I don't have to kill all these lizards, do I? All right, so we need to... turn a water wheel. That door's closed over there, so let's head up this way, Mr. Lizards. Oh, wow, this water looks kind of oily. All right, let's go up this crazy set of ramps. Who built these ramps? Seriously? Were these dwarves drunk this day? Or did they own a level? That is shocking construction. Okay, there's a wheel I can turn up here. That looks promising. Is that a shell? Or some? No, it's the same pattern as the. It's the same pattern as on the mirrors. It's like a dwarf beard. In the middle of this. Who besides dwarves would decorate their water wheels with disembodied beards? Okay. All right, let's see what that opened up. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, see, look at that, how close to the cliff I was there. All right, let's see if we can... That must have had an effect on something. Where's the ramp down? Over here, huh? Okay. All right. Things seem to be flowing over there now. And that opened this door somehow, for some reason. So that's fine. I guess we're good. Okay, and I guess we'll go down. Yes. Down we go. Door out here. No, more down. Okay, more down. Huh. Do we need to lower the water level so we can go down those steps? Anyway, let's see. Here we are again. Oh, I see. So you have time for decorated, joints, but you don't have time to actually lay the things level in the first place? Okay. Oh, look, a stairway to nowhere. Oh, there's a gate over there, right? Okay, it won't always be a stairway to nowhere, apparently. Here's another, oh, great, another crazy cockamamie. Okay. Up we go, and over we go. Hi, lizards. Have you seen a water wheel around here? I'm looking for maybe there's a ramp off of this platform somewhere. Yes, there is. Okay, here we are. Oh, you're attacking me. I see. Well, I wasn't going to kill you, but I suppose if you insist, I really don't have a choice. Okay. All right. Here's a lever. Well, that probably does something. Oh, look. Now that wheel is turning. Well, it's almost got to be a good thing. Okay. Where's the way down? Here? This way? Okay. And back into the water. And then down this way. Okay, all right. We've got this. And there goes the gate. Okay, so the lever puts the bridge across. Okay, fine. Then we go up and around the corner. There's got to be another water wheel. Let's see, there's another gate over here, right? Gate closed. There's a rockworm. Looks like a chameleon. Which way is the ramp? This way is the stairs. Okay. Down we go. Then over to the left somewhere. Stealth oneself again. Oh, wait, there's a lever. Oh, man, I'm going to have to kill you, Mr. Flood Lizard. I wasn't gonna, but you're right next to the lever, and if I don't kill you, you just attack me as soon as I flip the switch anyway, so, you know, no hard feelings. Okay, boy, you know, it's so good to help the dwarves of Khazad-dûm, because not only am I helping to cement the alliance with the elves and thwart the evil plans of Gorathul, I'm also considerably forwarding their public works projects. So it's really a win-win situation all the way around. Okay, there goes the water wheel turning. These things will doubtless have had good effects in other places. Going to assume that pulling levers and open... Oh, door's not open. Okay. So... we'll go over more this way now? What did that do? That way up there was a dead end. That just does the bridge. Huh. What did I miss? Am I not meant to pull the lever? Oh, the door's on a timer. Okay, thanks, Deathman. Appreciate that. So it only stays open for a short time? That's mean. I see. The problem is I pulled the lever first. Should have done the wheel first, then the lever. Okay. Alright. Classic blunder. Run! Run, Griffith, run! Yay! Okay. Okay, this is so much progress. Stairs here? No stairs. Water. Okay. Alright, we're swimming. This is excellent progress here. So what am I looking for? The gift of Gorathul, right? Let's hope no horrible, enormous evil things have been attracted down here into the waterworks. Another rockworm. Hey, a lever! I'll pull it. Hey, now there's a bridge across. Anything over here? Door that's closed. Anything down this way? Yeah. Let's see before I cross the bridge if there's anything. Oh. More stairs. Wow. Oh, look at this. Avenues all over the place. Let's go cross that bridge. Because it looks like this is where we need to end up. So let's go back here. And cross that bridge. Sneak past the flood lizard. Up around the other side. Okay. This looks promising. No one would build a huge stone staircase if they didn't put a water wheel or something at the top, right? Presumably this is the dwarves' idea of a small access Hey! Oh, this is where I came from! Oh, that's adorable. Okay. Right. Oh, that's cute. So if I need to get back here, I can just do it that way. Okay. That's wonderful. I so love to have options of this kind. Very good. Okay. That seems a little pointless, but all right. So I guess I'm meant to go this way then. I'll just do that then. Okay. What happens if we go up here? We end up in a dead end. Okay. What happens if we go down here? We keep going down more. And more. Down is good. Right? I would think. Okay. This looks like... Ooh! Hey! A named lizard! Spittail? Does he spit with his tail? Is there spit on his tail? Does he spit on the tails of others? You have a name, so I feel like I should kill you. Okay, that opened a gate, which seems like a good thing. Okay. Hey! A Kyrog. He's a nameless evil thing. That, I think, is definitively progress. Only a lesser Kyrog. Oh, it's disappointing. So these are clearly creatures of the earth, right? It's like stone and magma, right? That appears to make... Oh, goody. Look at that. Another hole to jump down, is it? Oh, yes. Well, not quite so far to jump this time, huh? Yeah. So again, it's clearly he's that guy was subterranean, not only in the sense that he came from underground, but that he seems to be an intrinsically underground creature, right? And that's hey, look, it's the relic of Garthol. Excellent. Ooh. But he seems to come from underground. And that's really interesting in the Tolkien world. Nasty purple residue left by that thing. Defeat Kyrlug. I can't just sneak past Kyrlug while he sleeps. So here's what's interesting about that. Hang on, is Kyrlug going to get dialed? Yeah.
You come into my new home. I smash you into pebbles.
I was going to have a snack. Hang on. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. That was kind. Hey, there's a lever over there. There's one over there, too. I was going to go push those levers if it's okay with you. You don't see me, do you? You sensed me enter the room, so you stood up and said your thing? What happens if I do this? Anything? Whoa! That was dramatic. Can I draw your aggro over here? Hey! Hey, ugly! Hey, you! Hey, come over here! Yeah! Stand right there for a second. Did that work? Yikes! I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Doesn't seem to be crushing him, which is a little bit disappointing under the circumstances. He looks like he's standing right under the piston. Why is he not getting crushed? Oh man, I was really hoping I could... Yikes! I was really hoping I could just lure him under the crushing pistons and be done. That would be awesome. And I would have won by guile. Hey, I defeated him. Oh, there's the other half of him. Nasty. Just shattered into pieces. Must have pulverized his body after he was dead. Okay. that was strange. oh well. Oh, that was good. I think the Pistons were a real enhancement to that experience. At least they enhanced my experience of that. Okay, yeah, no problem. Ooh, yeah, Gauntlets of Accord. What do I get if I have 2 of them? Ooh, extra agility. Well, that's an interesting thing right there. Sure. Yeah, and if I get another one, I get, what, like mitigation of lots of, I get elemental mitigation?
I commanded the smiths at the Heart of Fire to craft new shackles for Mazo.
Oh, good. We're upgrading the shackles. That's good. Okay. Right. We don't want to risk the necessity again. Yeah, he was annoying to fight the first time. I don't want to do it a second. Okay. We have little mithril as it is, but they should have been able to make very strong bands indeed by mixing small quantities. So we have mithril alloy shackles for Mazog. Okay. All right. I'll do that. Oh man, we're starting to run out of time, Bosie. How do I get to the... I'm totally blanking. How do I get to the forges? Is that off Durin's Way? Or is that the other one? Darn it. From Xerax Zigil? No. Xerax Zigil goes into the... where Broen is, because I was joking about the drafts. That's right, yeah. Silvertine loads, yeah. Right, down in the Silvertine loads. Okay, I guess that's what I'll do. That's okay. That's one of the things I was thinking of. All right, it is there. I wasn't sure. I don't want to go all the way down there and then find that it's
not long fill the
okay.
halls of Khazad-dûm.
Dolphin View, please. Thank you. Okay, down the Silvertine loads. That's right. It's the one that's above the treasury, right down in the pit. Okay, that's right. Boy, my Moria geography is getting rusty. You'd think my memories from the Grifflet Marathon would be a little sharper than that. Okay. Oh, so you guys telling me that those pistons are a bad thing and they were designed to crush me? So what was the lever just a trap then? Like you pull the lever and it makes the pistons come down and crush you so that it's... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Deathman, I could use the Wells shortcut to get to the Silvertine loads, but I actually dislike coming up to the Silvertine loads from the south. I find that a really annoying route, actually. You coming up from the waterworks to the Silvertine loads and like winding your way down through. I just don't know that area nearly as well down there. Whereas I know the northern end of the Silvertine loads much better, so I'd rather go down through the Dolphin View and the Deep Descent. More direct route, seems to me. Maybe it's actually not shorter, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we are. There he is.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Deep Descent. Why is there not? Are there no stable masters at all in the Silvertine loads? That just occurred to me. It just struck me that there seemed to be no stable masters of any kind. Sorry, love the waterfalls in the ultra high graphics. Okay, no, Dismount. Re-goat. Okay, down we go. All right. We'll go down, we'll get some shackles, and then we'll, that's probably all I've got time for here today, but then we're going to be almost ready to head out towards Mirkwood. That's exciting. Grifflet's. Grifflet wants to get this whole Mazog thing out of the way, because you see, here's the objection. Oops, not the way. Here's the objection that Grifflet has to the whole Mazog exchange. The idea, so they've captured Mazog, and they immediately, I mean, like, not after deliberation, but they instantly assume that we have a very valuable prisoner, they have a very valuable prisoner, so we can exchange these very valuable prisoners, you know, and that's how we're gonna get Bori back. There seems to be a somebody coming up at the head of a party right there. There seems to be some very significant sort of false premises involved here. I want to head off this way, because you're assuming that they lay the same value, right? Even to say that the two prisoners are equally valuable implies that the same kind of value is going to be placed on these people by the different parties in question. And I am just not at all convinced that Gorathul is going to place any kind of value on Mazog personally, right? Mazog was obviously useful to Gorathul, but to say, like, oh, yeah, what, he's going to be like, oh, my dear precious Mazog, I must ransom him at any price. I mean, like, seriously? Is that what they honestly expect? Just the whole premise seems very deeply flawed from the beginning, and the dwarves never question this. They never even ask for a moment, you know, is this really this idea of an exchange? You know, they're only questioning, like, is he a good enough prisoner to exchange? Clearly, yes. They never question, will they exchange prisoners at all? Do they care about Mazog? Do they care about anybody? It's good guys that value, you know, their comrades enough to sacrifice things for them. Not really the bad guys so much. It's kind of one of the things that makes them bad guys. But you can say this sort of shows you something about dwarf culture, right? The dwarves are extremely loyal. It seems never to have occurred to them that there would not be the kind of loyalty towards Mazog by his allies that they themselves would show towards their allies, which is charming, really.
These bands will secure Mazog
Oh,
for
good.
the journey into Mirkwood.
Yeah. Wow, you melted down some of the stuff we previously collected for you? That's handy. They will secure him for the journey to Mirkwood. He will not break free. Okay. Or you would be ashamed to call myself Stockholm the Iron Garrison. Okay, as your personal guarantee. All right, let's bring it to Broen. And that's probably as far as we're going to be able to get. Exactly, Tony. They're projecting their own values onto the orcs and the sorcerers, right? I mean, exactly. I think that's, not to mention any kind of dealing with the enemies, right? Druid's Fire says it's puzzling they didn't automatically assume treachery on the bad guy's part. Well, exactly. I don't know. I get the sense that, basically this is such a rock bottom sort of cultural assumption for the dwarves, right? I don't think it's that they're naive and they don't think that the orcs and Gorthu are going to be treacherous. They may in fact expect treachery. What they don't seem to expect is the idea that they no value at all would be placed on the life of their ally, right? Maybe when we set up the exchange, they'll try to double cross us. That, I'm sure, has occurred to the dwarves. But the idea that the whole idea of an exchange would be comical, Mazog seems to suspect it, but the dwarves themselves, really, really just don't. Exactly as Nitesh says, fundamental misunderstanding of orc culture by the
Shadow
dwarves.
of Mordor will not know
He
through the
says,
halls of Khazad-dûm.
right? He's wondering if, would they really make that mistake? Well, yes. Okay. Here's the thing. If you think about it, they have reason to believe this. Not just through projecting their own culture on the orcs, but they have reason to believe it. Remember in The Hobbit, right? Thorin says, it seems interesting that it's Thorin, right? Thorin says about the goblins after the Great Goblin is killed. No, sorry, I'm thinking of Gimli, of course, but he's talking about Thorin's situation. Gimli is remembering the stories, his dad's stories, right, of the time of the Hobbit and the killing of the Great Goblin. And after the Balrog dies and Gandalf falls, the company is out and they're like wondering whether they're going to be pursued. And Gimli says often the orcs will go for, will pursue people for miles across the plain, especially if they have a fallen captain to avenge, right? And again, he's of course thinking of the Great Goblin and the goblins coming out after Thorin and company in The Hobbit. Anyway, so so you see what I mean? They have reason to make this mistake. The orcs act as if they're loyal. I don't think loyalty. I think they're misunderstanding that. They're the sort of they have their own cultural framework, right? They see that kind of, and even, Bolg coming after Thorin, right? As if for vengeance for his fallen father. There's more apparent kind of similarity to the culture there than you might think. Maybe there is a kind of loyalty in that sense among the orcs. The problem is, it's not an orc that he's going. It's Gorathul, right? What does Gorathul care about Mazog? So, in fact, what this story is, this is not a dwarf culture versus orc culture story. What this is interestingly a dwarf elf alliance versus sorcerer orc alliance story, right? So it's not just the one-to-one race parallel, it's the alliance parallel that's coming into play here. So just as the elves and dwarves are about to come together, which is remarkable for them, as we've been told here, they're going to come together in order to do this thing, right? We're going to see how the alliance between the orcs and the sorcerer of Dol Guldur matches up to that, right? Got some new shackles.
We have run into disagreement
there's
with the elves of Lothlorien.
Oh dear. Speaking of the alliance, it's not going so well, is it? Concerning the plan to bring Mazog to Dol Guldur in exchange for my cousin's freedom. Celeborn has refused to allow us to bring the orc into the Golden Wood, though it is clearly the most direct route. He wants us instead to skirt the woods, a journey that would take much longer. Lenglamel in Gwathrendath awaits my response. Give it to her grudgingly. We will take the long way with Mazog, though it displeases me tremendously. Tell her, too, that I trust the elves will shoulder some of the burden of this inconvenience. The delay will cause... the delay this will cause is intolerable, and we are asked to bear it. I will do so for Bori's sake. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to replay those. Thanks. I'm good, so I will go and talk to Lenglamel down in Gwathrendath. Okay. So, of course, just having a... but, of course, it's also interesting now, the idea that we have those two alliances in parallel, though, still makes the assumption a little bit intriguing, right? Because you would think that
These halls will be great once more.
the dwarves, with their alliance with the elves here, would be the last ones to mistake would be the last ones to just kind of assume, oh, well, allies, of course, are always going to be all about each other, right? You know, that's totally going to be the way every time. But anyway, you know, it's still they're annoyed by the elves, but I don't think there's that level of distrust there. So hey, Langlamel, I was pretty sure I remembered where you were.
I am sorry. Broeen's concerns are real, but a serious matter has arisen.
Oh dear, a serious matter? Bringing Mazog into Lothlorien is simply unacceptable. Even shackled Mazog cannot be allowed within the Golden Wood. Tough but fair. We spoke earlier about the marks Gorathul left at certain locations in Moria, and I've done well to eliminate some of them. Magor reported to me that you were gone. Oh, well, I was gone. At least one remains. Oh, does it?
Margol has been venturing into the depths
Has he?
ever since you rescued him.
Well, you know, okay. Saying only that he considers it his personal duty to prevent the nameless dangers in Azanarukar from ever leaving there. On his most recent journey into the fires of those caverns, he beheld a number of regmil carrying what appeared to be an idol of some evil significance. He followed them for a time, but at one point they seemed to become aware of his presence, and he found it necessary to retreat. Gather your strength and speak to me. I will bring you to Magor. Together you must return to Azanarukar and learn if the Regmil's idol is a relic of Gorathul's and destroy it. Okay. Ooh, I get inspiration. That's handy. All right. Okay. There, I think I need to stop there.
I will bring you to Margol, so you may seek out this relic he saw.
Langlamel, let's leave it here for today. Next week we'll go down with Magor, and then we'll head off, hopefully, into Mirkwood, and that'll be good. So, okay. Very good. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget, this coming Tuesday, we'll be finishing up a long-expected party on Exploring Middle-earth, so you can join us at twitch.tv/SignumU. I encourage you to go over there and follow our channel there, give our channel a favorite there. If you want to follow what we have going on, we've got Exploring Middle-earth on Tuesday. I've been simulcasting my Mythgard Academy classes there too, so I'm discussing the Return of the Shadow from the history of Middle-earth, looking at the manuscript drafts. I just in my class on Wednesday night accused Christopher Tolkien of misinterpreting his father's manuscript on this past Wednesday's class, which is a thing I'm always very cautious about doing. So anyway, so we've got that. We have a role-playing series going on, a tabletop D&D role-playing series set in Middle-earth, which just had its first session last night, which is really cool. We've got Girls of Middle-earth, my occasional my Wiggins streams are very overdue, but I'm hoping to do one very soon. So anyway, a bunch of those things happening over there. So I hope you come and check out our Signum U Twitch channel and join me over there Tuesday night for Exploring the Lord of the Rings. And we're going to be on the Arkenstone server this week with Exploring the Lord of the Rings. So we'll be doing a Shire field trip on Arkenstone. So I hope you can join me in the new Bree Lore Hall on Arkenstone. Thanks very much, everybody, and I will see you guys next week. Bye now.